First, right off the bat, I want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with the Kirk family tonight. If y'all haven't seen yet, Charlie Kirk was assassinated at an event in Utah today. There is no other way of putting that. 100% assassinated. And from what I understand, his wife and two very young children were in the crowd and witnessed this. And if you've never heard Charlie speak, you missed out. You missed out. What a great man of God. What a great American. What what a great life that has been needlessly because somebody didn't agree with him politically. Okay. My heart is shattered for his family, for his mama, for his wife, for his two young kids. It's senseless. It's senseless. We're Americans, okay? We're Americans. We're better than this. We should be. We're better than this. We don't unalive people that have a differing opinion than ours. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on or not. And if you're celebrating the death of this man, please get off my channel and don't ever come back because you're not welcome. Okay? You're not welcome. This is nothing to celebrate. And the celebrations that I am seeing, they sicken me. They absolutely sicken me. Bye. It's disgusting. We're better than this. Okay? We're supposed to be the top, the creme de la creme of countries in this world. And this is how we do. This is how we act. This is what happens when shit has been stirred up and stirred up and stirred up and we don't agree with what somebody says. It's not the American way. Hannah, you can stop or you can be gone. Okay? You can. Okay, you won't stop, so bye. Done. It's not the American way. It's not. It's disgusting and it's sick. And if that's the way you feel, you can go. Okay? I'm going to honor the man that was assassinated today. That's my right. That's my opinion. I don't care who you are. Okay? I don't. I was on the phone with one of you guys, with one of my really good friends from on here, when I got the message from Pat asking if I had heard what happened to Charlie. And I told her what he had said, and we looked it up. And you know what, Mystery Smell? There you go. Get the F out of here. You're banned. I don't care who you are. And then it came across both of our phones while we were still talking. It came across both of our phones that he had passed away. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. 31 years old. Almost the same age as my youngest, as Joseph. I've known this fella. Hang on, buddy. Um, he is a very knowledgeable, um, conservative. Uh, you may not know him, um, but he was awesome. Like he did not put people down. He did not talk ill of people or with people or anything like that. He did. I mean, he was knowledgeable. He was a genius in my eyes, and you know, he was just a good one. He just was. So yes, the founder of Turning Point USA. He would go to these colleges, and even though they might be left leaning colleges, he would go, and the kids, I say kids, the people there would come at him with scenarios and questions, and try to piss him off and stuff like that, and he would just sit there and he would give them the honest to God answer. This is this is the way it is. He would challenge people, but not in a hateful or mean way. He was just, if you'd ever seen him, you would definitely remember, and you would definitely continue watching him. Okay. And I have watched his career grow over the years, and just in amazement at what this young man was capable of. And you would you would think that he was way way well beyond his years in age, because most 31-year-old people, men, women, whatever, um, they're not worried about such things as he was. And you know he was he will be missed by a lot of people, me being one of them, perhaps being another. Yeah. So my heart goes out to his family, and you know we're going to remember Charlie for a long time. This was senseless. And I'm pissed off about it, y'all. I'm pissed off about it. Um, like I said, we're better than this. We're better than this. We as Americans should be. Should be. Yeah. Apparently they have caught the man. Well, they're saying that they've got a person of interest in custody. Um, y'all, he's an old man. Okay, if it's the one that they're showing on video, he's an old man. Okay, he's not some young kid. He's an old man who should know better. Should know better. Yes, we can take a minute, and we will have a moment of silence for um, for Charlie, for his family. It breaks my heart that those babies are so young. All they'll have is videos. They won't have actual memories of their dad. They'll have the videos, and then they will see what a great man he was. But yes, let's take a moment of silence for the Kirk family, and then we'll continue on with tonight's live chat. Okay? All right. Thank you all for that. Okay, so moving on, if we can at all. Oh, wifey, what you and I had talked about Sunday. Okay, Sunday. Anyway, uh, if you notice from the title of this live chat, they're targeting our kids. If you're not in the Facebook group and did not, or you did not see the link that I provided in it and the story behind or with that link, let me just share this with you, okay? Um, in just a minute, we've got a visitor. Yes.
I'm eating a Cliff Bar.
You're eating a Cliff Bar? Do you like them? Would you quit?
No.
You're going to knock me over. You don't like them?
I love them.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kidding. I don't like them. It's opposite day.
Oh, it's opposite day. Okay.
Yeah.
Can Annie have a bite?
No.
I don't want it. I'm good. So, are you getting ready to go watch something?
Watch what?
I don't know. The Cruise or something?
I'm watching you right now.
No, wifey, he did not get a Happy Meal. Okay.
I'm looking at you. That means I'm watching you right now.
Get off of me.
Hi.
Pap still owes him. Go on, Don Corleone. Ashed up, you better watch it. Okay? And I mean that. Yeah. Oh, anyway, thank you for getting rid of that. Ugh. All right, anyway, so here's what was posted. I follow the 9th Judicial Drug Task Force of Tennessee, okay, on Facebook, and I keep up with all the drug busts and things of that nature. So, yesterday evening, this is what they posted. This is in my backyard, y'all. Okay? In my backyard. And this is scary. 50 plus pounds of drugs seized, sold through social media. Do you hear that? Social media. The link for this Facebook post is in the description box of this video, of this live chat. So if you want to look at this for yourself and see the pictures and all the things that are associated with it, then you're more than welcome to go look at that. Okay? Drug dealers are targeting our kids where they spend the most time, online. In just a few clicks, a teenager can see illegal drugs for sale, message a stranger, and set up a meeting. This danger is very real, and it's happening here in our communities. With assistance from the Knox County Sheriff's Office, Aviation and Narcotics Units, and the Oak Ridge Police Department, the 9th Judicial Drug Task Force seized over 50 pounds of illegal drugs, a stolen firearm, and packaging material during an investigation into social media drug sales. You'll never guess what the packaging material is. Okay? I'll get to that in a minute. Parents, we know it's not easy to keep up with everything your kids are doing online. You're not alone. We're in this fight with you. Take time to check in, ask questions, and have honest conversations with your children. I've been screaming that. Screaming that. Your awareness and involvement can make all the difference in keeping them safe. And remember, teachers and school resource officers are here to help as well. If you have concerns or need guidance, they can be an important connection between you, your child, and the resources available to keep them safe. Together, we can protect our kids and stop these dangerous networks from taking root in our communities. If you look at the post, what they are packaging these things in, one looks like a Kit Kat bag. It says that it is Kit Kat cereal bars exotics edition. Y'all go look at this, okay? The other one is a Peeps cereal bar exotics edition. 600 milligrams. It says it's cannabis infused chocolate bars. 600 milligrams, 100 milligrams per piece. Trippy Tips, Reese's. Okay. They know how to get these kids, don't they? I can't see what that one says. There's a glare on it. Baby something. Baby teeter infused with liquid diamonds. There is a table full. It looks like Pop Rocks boxes and things of that nature. All kinds of candy. All kinds of candy that they are putting out there to these kids. Okay? And they buy it online. Does your kid or grandkid play Roblox? Or are they on YouTube? Or any of the other online games? Just asking for a friend. Just checking. Just checking. Yes, Aiden. Really?
Yep.
Oh, my Lord. Boy, get out of here. Get out of here. No. Get out.
Never.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I want a hug. Okay, a real hug.
Okay. You're in my microphone.
I know.
You're going to cause my chair to break. Oh. Okay. Russell, you're gone. How about that? How about that? Okay.
And hi again to you too.
Uh-huh. Okay, go back in there. Go find Paps, okay? Bye-bye.
It's easy to find me. He's down in the living room.
Go on.
At approximately 3 inches away from the TV.
Yeah, he has been like that all day, okay? All day. It's crazy. But yeah, Aiden used to, and I use the word used to because he doesn't anymore. He used to play Roblox. And he would use his birthday and Christmas money and whatever and buy Robux for Roblox. And he came to me a couple of times and would ask me what certain things were, okay? And I'd be like, where did you hear that? On the internet. It didn't, at that time, it didn't register with me. And then a few months ago he came to me and he wanted to know, and I'm not going to say it because it's not nice, okay? He wanted to know what something, a position was. And I said, where did you hear that? On the internet. And I said, where on the internet? On Roblox. Oh, hell no, you did not. Let me see. Show me. So he took me in there. He showed me. I saw the whole conversation. And needless to say, Roblox is not allowed in my house ever again. Okay? The amount of child predators uh, that are on there and the things that these so-called kids are saying and stuff. Mm-mm. There's some nasty little adults on there that think that it's funny to portray themselves as kids, and um, yeah. So he's no longer allowed to be on anything unless um, I approve it first. Okay. Uh, they're banned here too now in schools, which I mean he's homeschooled, so you're fine, hon. You're fine. Nacey, I'm so glad to see you on here tonight. I really am. I really am. So yeah, they're putting this stuff, they're marketing this stuff to where it looks like candy. Okay? I mean, seriously? Seriously? And then they are, oh, I know, but he's 8. So, you know, we've not figured that out yet. So, yeah. Uh, I mean, he is a smart kid, but, you know, he's with me pretty much 24/7 unless we go to co op or something to that effect. And yeah, so. Uh, I have begged for people to have the, even if it's awkward, just have the conversation with your kids. Okay? Hell, show them the post. Go go hit the link, okay? Hit the link, pull it up, pull the post up, and show your kids what this stuff looks like. They need to know. They need to know, especially if they're already kind of, sort of, if their parents are already addicts and you're a grandparent raising your grandkid, they need to see every bit of that, especially them, okay? But if you have young kids, your kids need to see that. They need to know that, hey, just because it says Kit Kat or Reese's or whatever the other one was, I don't even remember what the other one was, Peeps, and it says cereal bars, it's not. It's not. You don't take anything from anybody, okay? And if they try to set up a scheduled meet to where they give you this stuff, okay? And most of them are going to give it to you the first time to get you started. And he is out there shooting a Nerf gun right at my door. But they're going to gift it to you, okay? The first time to get you started. This is targeted at small, young kids. They don't care. They could give a shit less whether or not this kid is 5 or this kid is 8 or this kid is 10. They don't care. Okay? They don't care. I'm sick of this, y'all. I am sick of it. Sick of it. Yep. There you go, Jen. You are exactly right. Then they get trafficked, the part 2 of the target. Yep. Yep. Wow. Dee, that is so scary. That is so scary. Exactly, Niecy. And that's, you know, that's a sucky part of it. Okay? It really is. Halloween used to be fun. It did. I used to look forward to Halloween every year. How's what done, hun? How's what done? Oh, how do they not care? They don't have a conscience. They're evil demons. They don't have a conscience. Aiden, honey, please go back in there, okay? Danny's trying to have a conversation. You can come in here in a little bit, okay? Thank you. Yes, get you a Rice Krispie treat. Y'all, they don't have a conscience. All they care about is their money. And honestly, I don't think some of them, very few, but I don't think some of them care about the money. I think it's more about they get off on watching people's lives be destroyed. They get off on watching these mamas mourn their children. They do. I think some of them are that demonic. And I'm not using that term loosely. I'm not using that word just throwing it out there and seeing if it sticks. I'm not doing that. I full on believe that these people are demons. I do. Don't have to agree with me. We don't have to agree on everything, and that's okay. That's the beauty of living in America. We don't have to agree on everything. Okay? We can be adults, and if we hear or see something we don't like, we can hit the exit button and we can leave that channel, or we can leave that video, or we can leave the social media platform altogether. We do not have to open our mouths and spew hate and spew stupidity and regurgitate stupid shit. We don't have to do that. We don't. We can be an adult. And if you can't be an adult, I'm too old for that. Yep, it is. The mental illness. I'm not one. I promised myself. Oh, wow. Thank you, Maggie. We will be saying a prayer for her. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Rest in peace, Charlie. He will definitely be missed. On a serious note, I can't say that, Rooster. I wonder who you'll pull for. Ugh. I can't say that. Go Balls. Anyway, It, yeah. You think, Randall? You think that it goes all the way? Hell, that's all. That's all that we've been able to put in office for the past. I don't know how many years has AOC been in office? Ilhan Omar, Toledo, Rashid. Is that her name? I don't even know. We got some real cracker jacks in there, okay? Real cracker jacks. Two trafficking rings here in North. Oh my God. That is awful. No, D, they ain't no hate here. You are absolutely right. They do not. They do not know how to work for a living, work for what you want in life, work to provide, okay? Because you're seeing all these people putting these videos out about how, you know, they don't want to work. Neither do I, but I got to. Okay, if I'm gonna put all this honey on the shelf back here, I gotta work, right? Our kids are in a big circle of lions dens. Yep, yep. Lord, Charlotte, was you not here the other night when everybody kept asking me if all that was honey? And I had to quit. I had to keep telling them it's not freaking honey. It's chicken broth. Okay? It's broth. Dear God. I can't remember from one day to the next. Good Lord. I do good to remember my name sometimes. Okay. I gotta get comfortable, y'all. And this chair ain't. You forgot your sign. I know. I know. I gotta stand up and get comfortable. Okay, y'all just have to bear with me. You old. Yeah, I am. I am, Sandra. Preach it, girl. Preach it. So, yeah, there's that. So, y'all, I'm worried, okay? Yeah. That's why Aiden's not in public school. Okay? I've told y'all, I've done a video on why we homeschool Aiden and all that. The reason for streaming is what? We are a community who love and support each other through our loved ones' addictions. My son is a drug addict and has been for almost 16 years. And so that makes me the mom of an addict who has dealt with multiple relapses and overdoses. And I try to help people. If that's not for you, I totally understand. What the hell? What? Woo! Community whereabouts, may I ask you, please, if I may? We're an online community. We meet right here every Wednesday and Sunday. I'm in Tennessee. Okay, I'm in Tennessee. What? Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. We've had multiple teachers in Blount County, which is the Maryville area, and a couple of other areas that has been arrested for essaying their children, the children that they're supposed to be teaching. There is a big uproar over one in particular right now out of the Blount County area. Um, he got probation. He is not allowed to teach at a school during that probation. And after that, he gets his teaching license back. And he can go teach at another school. How sick and sad is that? That they make it okay for these people, these sick, sick people. And I hate to even call them that. They make it okay for them to be around kids again. See, they've already effed them kids up in the head by touching them. Okay? Probation. Yes. They've already messed these kids up for life. And he got freaking probation. Sandra, I don't remember his name. You can look it up. You can Google it. It'll be Blount County Teacher, Blount. It's happening on almost a weekly or bi-weekly basis around here. Okay? It was. Yeah. This particular teacher was friends with somebody up high. That's why he got probation and the chance to be a teacher again. Yeah. Sickening, ain't it? Sickening, ain't it? I know. I sent you an email back, babe. Yep, probation. Oh, it's worse than sickening. Worse than it. They won't hold of our kids. Okay? I've told you before my theory on the whole vid bullshit. Okay? They tried to take mine and Pap's and older generations out. Okay? With that. Social Security's in trouble. There's a whole lot of other government networks that are in trouble. So, they wanted to take my generation and older out. They did. When that didn't do enough damage, guess what? They opened the border and allowed millions to come in. And guess what? A big percentage of those millions did. I mean, how many kids disappeared and were trafficked? 300 and something thousand, wasn't it? We're still looking for the rest of those. Lake and Riley. There's several others. Yeah, I'm old. I can't remember all the names. Lakin was right down here in Georgia, so I remember her very well. I remember that very well. They've come in, the cartel has taken a stronghold here. They've introduced Trank and Rhino Trank, two of the deadliest drugs that this country has ever seen. Oh, I'm glad somebody thinks that's funny, but okay. Um, they introduced both of those. You know, the Trank wasn't bad enough; it wasn't taking enough people out, so they had to up the ante and bring in the Rhino Trank. Aiden, not now, buddy. The Rhino Trank is 100 times deadlier than the Trank. So, you know, people like me, people like you guys, um, we instantly started screaming about this. Okay? Instantly started screaming, started warning, started, you know, so that didn't take out as many as they thought it would. They're given false numbers as to how many drug related deaths there are in the country every year. You see, we can't have two of the deadliest drugs that we've ever seen come in and the numbers stay the same for almost a decade. Good night, Lydia. It don't work that way. The numbers are not going to stay the same for that long anyway. They're going to change. Okay? They're going to change. I have said for a long time that that number was not correct. 107,000 a year? No. There's no way. There is no way on God's green earth that that number is correct. No way. With the introduction of fentanyl, it went up. With the introduction of Trank and Rhino Trank, and these people not knowing that that was even a thing, even an option, even that dangerous, okay? They had no clue. We didn't know it was here. We didn't know what it was. There were no testing for it at these testing facilities where you know the addicts can take their drugs and have them tested and all that. There was no test for them. I don't. I think there's a test for Rhino or for Trank now. I don't think there's a test for Rhino Trank still today. Okay, I'm going to guess. If I had to guesstimate, I would say that the true numbers of drug related deaths in this country is probably at least double, if not triple, or quadruple the number that they're giving. I don't trust any numbers they're putting out there because they've been proven to be full of shit on several different occasions. So why would they not lie about this too? Why would they not lie? You know, uh, oh, oh, Dee, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Um, New one hit is a mix of another to the deadly two. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you know what this one's called, Jen? So I can research it. Like we need another one. Like we need another one. I hope they do hit the gas stations. I hope they do. Still in the lab. I hope they do hit every one of these gas stations and smoke shops and all that. Okay? Um, I just had the dude's name on Facebook that does the reels for all of this. He is a former addict to the stuff in the smoke shops and in the gas stations and all that. Okay. And he does all these really, really informative videos. And I had his name right there on the tip of my tongue, and then I said something else, and it's gone. Okay. I will try my best to remember his name, and I'll put it in the comments, or I'll put it in a community post, or, you know, I'll get the name to you somehow. And you guys can go look him up on Facebook, and you can see. It's not only their lives, but it's also their families' lives that are affected and can be ruined, Sandra. Ask me how I know. When are we going to open our eyes and understand that uh, I did those while I was talking to you today, by the way? Multitasking. But when are we going to wake up and when are we going to understand that some aspects of this war on drugs that we are just right in the middle of, when are we going to understand that the odds are stacked against us in this? Hmm? Money talks, bullshit walks. Isn't that what the saying is? I'm telling you, somebody's making a shit ton of money off of our pain, our suffering, our grief, our anger, our frustration, our kids' lives. Somebody's making a shit ton of money off of it. Oh, Niecy. How's Shauna doing, babe? And I'm telling you, watch. We have, let me tell you all this, okay? So last night we were watching where the Russian drones went into Poland. Big no no, okay? And it came across the screen while we were watching that to see if, World War III was fixing to hit because um, Poland is a NATO country, and you don't do that shit. Okay, you don't do that shit. So we were kind of watching. Um, it came across the screen that Venezuela effed up, and they sent one of their jets, fighter jets, out, and it buzzed over one of the warships that's sitting out there, pointed at them. Well, that's a big no-no too. Okay, that's a big no-no too. And you can love him, you can hate him. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. I don't care what you feel about him. But he is the only person that has cared anything about getting the drugs out of the country. And you know what? I'm giving him a big old hell yeah, attaboy, patting him on the back for what he has done so far. And I'm talking about our president, okay? I'm giving him a big old attaboy because nobody else cared enough to get them drugs out of here. They allowed the cartels to come in here. They allowed them to take a stronghold. They allowed them to bring in the country's deadliest drugs. And how many of our kids was affected by that? How many mamas was affected by that? See, that's where that's where I have an issue right there. Okay? Me being the mom of an addict, I'm very protective over other mothers. Okay? Very much so. Very much so. Okay? And if I see or hear of something going on and it's a senseless, downright idiotic bullshit thing going on, but it's affecting the other mamas, whether it's affecting me or not, but it's affecting the other mamas and it's hurting them and it's causing them pain and it's causing them to cry and it's causing them to lose their kids, I take offense to that. Okay? I take offense to that. And it pisses me off. It does. And that's all I've been able to sit back and watch for the longest time until here recently. So when I see that missile on that boat with the, what was it? Trendiagua. Okay. Atta boy. Atta boy. Because you know what? That boat was full of drugs headed this way. Take another one out. Okay? I don't have any qualms about it. None whatsoever. And I won't have any qualms about him going into Venezuela. If they're stupid enough to continue to try to get drugs across the ocean into our borders, I I will have no problem with us going into Venezuela or Mexico. I have no problem with that. Do it. Do it. Nisi, I think she'll do good in counseling. Okay? I think she will. I know it's helped Aiden a lot. A lot. A whole lot. Okay. I'm okay with that number, Sandra. I'm okay with that. At least that doesn't say 1,700 addicts, because that would mean 1,700 mamas lost their babies. To me, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. And my hope is that anybody found making money off of this, my hope is that they're brought down. I don't care how far down, bring them down. Anybody found making money off of the deaths of these mamas' kids. Because these addicts belong to somebody, okay? They didn't just, hatch out of a damn egg. They belong to somebody. They got a mama. They got a daddy. They got family. Somebody in this world loves them, okay? Somebody in this world loves them. Somebody in this world thinks that they're worth it. Somebody in this world wants them, wants them to survive, wants them to thrive, wants them to live that beautiful life. Somebody does. And if if you don't have that somebody in your life, well, you just get a hold of me, okay? I'll be that somebody. I'll be that somebody. I will treat you just like you're my own, and I will be that somebody, okay? If you're a mama and you're having to deal with this and you're feeling like you're having to go through it alone, you're not. You're not. I will be your somebody too. Don't let don't let these people sneak in and get a hold of your kids. Don't let your kids be a target. Don't let your kids be their next victims. Don't let your kids go down the road that my son did and that so many others' sons and daughters have done here in this community. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. I don't give a shit how awkward the conversation is. Have the conversation. Have the damn conversation. Okay? If they never ever ever try drugs, you can thank me later. If they've already tried drugs and you bringing it up to them and them, just and they decide that's not for them, you can thank me later. Or if they decide that addiction is the life for them and you need a community that you can speak freely in, that you feel safe in, and that you can get the love and support that you need, you can thank me later. Either way, you know. You don't want to live my life. You just don't. You don't want to live a moment of my life. And you sure as hell couldn't handle a week living my life. I don't share every single moment of every single day of my life on here. You guys see the worst of the worst. Okay? I have promised to be transparent with you guys. I have promised to show not only the good but the nasty ugliness of addiction, and I think I've held on to that promise. Okay? I think I have kept that pretty well. But nobody, not even my husband because he's at work, okay? Nobody sees 24/7 what happens in my life. The highs, the lows, the pain, the joy, the laughter, the tears. Nobody knows that. So before before any judgment happens, just think, what has this mama been through today? Has she been okay? Has she had any issues? Is she sad? Is she happy? Let me just, none of that matters. Just let me be kind. Just let me be kind. Be an adult, okay? We're all adults here. We're all adults here. If you don't like something I say, hang on because I'll probably say it again before it's over with. If you don't like something I do, well, you know, good thing you don't wear my breeches, ain't it? You don't like my you don't like my feelings on something? Uh, I'm not gonna like all yours either, probably. But I don't come into your home. This is my home, okay? I don't come into your home and judge you or criticize you or anything else for, how you've raised your kids. Hell, my kids have been grown for years now, okay? How I raised them, that's over and done with. My kids are adults and they make their own adult decisions, okay? I do not talk about my other children on here out of respect for my other children. I do not talk about my relationship with my other children on here out of respect for my other children. Okay? Addiction has already effed us up. And I'm going to stop saying effed. I'm just going to say the word. Okay? I'm just going to say the word. Again, addiction's already done its job. Okay? On my other children. They have watched their brother go through hell and back and drag their mother and father through hell and back and drag his son through hell and back. Okay? And I totally respect them and their decision to stand clear or have the feelings that they have or whatever. But y'all wouldn't know that because I don't talk about it. But I'm going to put that out there, okay? But I don't talk about anything about my other children out of respect for them, okay? And it's really nobody's business what my my other children feel or think. They're not part of this channel, okay? Never have been, never will be, as far as I know. Hell, I was surprised that Paps did the video of installing the water filter, and he was okay with being on camera. I was surprised at that because you will not catch him speaking on here unless it's an accident, okay? Or unless, people keep coming at me, and then you might hear him. Then you might. You see about this much of my life. I mean, I've pretty much stopped making videos. I had a bunch of videos queued up, ready to edit and be posted, and people were saying such nasty shit, or, nobody was watching or whatever. I'm not going to waste my time with that. So, I'm on here 2 days a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, unless something happens, and then, you know, it is what it is, right? So I, I'm uh, I'm saying all this for a reason, and y'all need to pay attention to this, okay? There's there's going to be I've already shared all that, Sandra. You'll have to go back and watch the videos. It's all here on the channel. Um, anyway, um, I have a reason for saying all this. There's going to be some cleanup done um, very soon. Okay. Somebody said that I only wanted people in my community that agreed with me and that kissed my ass. Um, no, I want adults in my community, ones that can see that we can have disagreements. We don't have to share all the same visions and all the same hopes and dreams and the same lives. That'd be boring, right? But we can all do that, and we can all come together over um, our common goal, which is to deal with this addiction, heal from things, you know, keep our kids alive, all the things, right? That's the people I want around me. I don't want an ass kisser. I don't want a yes person on my channel, okay? Because they're not telling me the truth. And if you're not telling me the truth, then, that's eventually going to come out, and I'm going to find out, and you're going to be gone either way, okay? I if I can't trust you, I don't want you around me. And I will be honest with you, I have been hurt by a few that are that were on here, that I consider to be sisters, that I consider to be friends, and that I consider to be confidants. And I screwed up, and I let them in on areas that I don't have a whole lot of people. Y'all, I don't have a lot of friends. Okay, and I'm okay with that because I don't deal with stupid people, not very well. But I let these people in. I let them become confidants, and I shared. Okay, and I saw somebody the other day that said, or yesterday, that told me, that they overshared and all that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I made that same mistake too. I overshared. And wifey, um, here's the answer to your question the other day. Why do I not reach out um, more? Well, I did, and I got it put right back up my ass. Okay, I did, and I worry about that now. I'm thinking that too, Randall. I'm thinking that too. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's a 16-year story, honey. It is, and there's a lot to it. So yeah, it'd just be a lot easier to just. It's in a playlist called Our Story, and you can watch in order. It's way too much. No, Jesse, you watch it, darling. Okay, you watch it, cause something ain't something ain't jiving here. Randall's a moderator, and all I have to do is that right there, and you're gone. Okay, that's it. We're not gonna play. Not gonna happen. Shit, I'm uncomfortable again. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. And if that's the case, then I need to know right now. Thank you. There you go. There you go. That's the way you handle it, right there. So, anyway, I hope I told y'all there's a reason I was doing that. Okay? Separate the wheat from the chaff. Bleh. Separate the wheat from the chaff. Okay? I told you, I'm I'm going to have the community that I want. Okay? That is safe for me, that is safe for you, that is safe for everybody here. That's going to happen. And if it can't, one of us will be gone, and this is my channel, so, you know, just saying. We're going to be adults. I am working on the solidity of this group, Miss Glenda. I am. I am. I'm working hard on it. It's going to be as great as I think it's going to be. One more thing, and then I'm going to go. I'm looking at, and I want to put this out here to get y'all's feedback. Okay? I'm looking for feedback. I am looking, y'all. I talked about, doing the nonprofit, grandparents raising their grandchildren due to addiction, in order to help these grandparents that are out here raising these grandchildren and they're struggling. Okay? I I talked to you guys about that the other day. So here's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to do a toy drive. Um, Christmas is coming up here in a few months, and I know times are tight. I know that. I know that for a fact. Okay. Christmas is coming up here in a few months, and there's going to be some kids around here. This would have to be here in East Tennessee for right now until we get this up and off the ground. This would be here in East Tennessee. Um, Grandparents, I don't know how to get the information needed in order to, do this. I'm going to figure that out. But I want to do a toy drive. I want to bless some of these grandparents that are struggling. but they're out here busting their asses to raise these kids. I want to bless them with some Christmas for them kids. No kid should ever have to go through Christmas with nothing. Aiden's blessed, okay? Way more than he needs to be. But some of these others, they are not. So I want feedback from you guys. How you guys think that I should go about um, figuring out who's in, who's not. All the things. Somebody out here has experience in this, and you can give me some great intel on what I need to do. Um, I don't have a whole lot of time to get this done and get all the names and stuff in and get all the presents and stuff. Um, you know. Thank you, Kingsley. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay. I don't ask you guys for anything. I don't ask you guys for donations. I don't ask you guys for nothing. I don't ask for any help whatsoever. Okay? But when it comes to these kids that are already having a tough time in life and they have to wake up on Christmas morning and they don't have anything, that's where I'm going to draw the line and I'm going to ask for help. Okay? Kids deserve more than that. So they didn't ask to be brought into this shit show called addiction, and they sure as hell didn't deserve it. So we're going to do this. Okay? I'm almost afraid to put this out to the public because what if I have a whole bunch sign up and I don't have any help with this? You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm concerned about that because, I mean, we can do our part and what we can do, but, we can't do it all. So, anyway, much love for you guys. Oh, Erica, it breaks my heart, girl. It breaks my heart. They do stuff here, but there's a wait list a mile long, and nobody is specifically geared towards these grandparents raising these grandkids. Nobody. So that's where my focus is going to be. I know that there's others out there, but you know, with us being in the position that we're in, you know, so yeah, I could just use some help with this. Okay, so if you have any experience in this, please hit me up. Okay, hit me up. Let me know what your knowledge is on this. I will take it all in. Okay, if you can help me, if you're local and you can help me, that's great too. If you have knowledge on setting up a nonprofit, I need your help on that too because there is 50 blue million resources out there and they all say something different, and it gives me a damn headache to have to go through them all on a daily basis trying to figure out how to start a freaking nonprofit. Okay, so love you guys, mean it. I'm out. See y'all Sunday.